My name is Niamh O'Connell and I am currently the Programme Director for the undergraduate degrees in Agricultural Technology. So I'm going to give you a bit of an overview of the programmes as part of our open days here at Queen's. So we currently offer two undergraduate programmes. We have a 3-year degree in Agricultural Technology and a 4-year degree in Agricultural Technology with Professional Studies. It's important to know that the first 2 years of the degree are delivered primarily at CAFRE in Greenmount. That's the College of Agriculture, Food and Rural Enterprise in Greenmount. And then the students will come to us in Queen's in final year. It's also important to know that we're currently ranked first in the Complete University Guide for universities in the UK offering agriculture and forestry. And this ranking is based on things like student satisfaction and graduate prospects, and also our entry requirements and our research environment in Queen's. So as I said, the first 2 years of the programme are delivered at CAFRE in Greenmount, and that's because they really have the expertise and the facilities to allow some good hands-on experience with different agricultural enterprises. So they have the dairy centre, the beef and sheep centre, the upland centre, and they also have crop facilities. And it really does allow you to learn by doing at CAFRE. They also have accommodation available at CAFRE, and some of the examples that they've sent us include these self-catering student village units, which you can see in the pictures there. They have ensuite bedrooms, laundry services, computer facilities, a fully fitted kitchen and living room. And these are available now for application as far as I'm aware, and you can use the link that's on the slide here. And I think further information on the accommodation is available on the CAFRE website. Some of the other benefits of being based at CAFRE for some of this Queen's degree include the ability to compete for different bursaries. They've had quite a lot of industry support for the bursary scheme at CAFRE, and here are some of the previous examples of bursary providers. So students can compete for bursaries of up to £1,000, and some of the bursary providers also offer paid placements as well. So in final year, as I said, you'll come up to us in Queen's, and you can see a picture of the main campus here in Belfast. Most of the staff that deliver the agricultural degrees here at Queen's are based in the School of Biological Sciences, and they're the two pictures to the left-hand side of the screen here. So this is our new purpose-built school in Chlorine Gardens, where we have over 11,500 square metres of office space, teaching space and laboratory facilities. And a lot of our research is very heavily focused on areas of interest to the agri-food sector. And of course, when you're in Queen's, you are part of our normal university student life. So really students on this programme get to experience both the college atmosphere and that hands-on experience in CAFRE, but also the traditional university life at Queen's. So just to tell you a little bit about the programme, along with some pictures of our students. I have 2 slides here on the aims of the programme. And firstly, I think it's really important for our students to get a very good knowledge and understanding of crop and animal production systems for the sustainability of the industry. It's really important that our students understand how farming works. And while some of you will be from a farm, not all of you will be, but even those that are from a farm may have experience just in 1 or 2 enterprises. But in reality, our graduates end up in a variety of places, and we need them to have a good understanding across the board. So it's very important to get that good grounding across the different agricultural and crop systems. We need our students to understand the impact of policy on agriculture, and I think that's never more important than it is at the moment. We want our students to understand this impact. We want our students also to understand how policy is formed, and ultimately we would like some of our graduates to be policy makers. In terms of the third aim, the environment is obviously really important. We want our graduates not only to understand how to mitigate some of the effects of agriculture on the environment, but also to highlight some of the beneficial effects that agriculture can have on environmental factors. So you'll find that environmental modules form an element of every year of this program. So it's really important that our students also have a knowledge and understanding of managing agriculture as a business at national, EU and global levels. And you'll find that we have business modules across the different years of the degree. So starting with farm business in year 1 and finishing with business innovation and entrepreneurship in final year. It's also really important that our students get a good understanding of project work and how to manage experimental data and how to write scientific reports, because this is a science degree and this forms an important part of our program. And of course, in addition to all of the subject-specific skills, we also want our students to develop those key skills which are hugely important in their future careers. Things like problem solving and communication. And we'll use a variety of approaches to assessment across this program. So it's not just about exams. It will be about giving presentations, about working as part of a team, about organizing events. We use a really wide variety of ways to assess our students and develop those key skills. And I think we're doing quite well with our program. Just some examples of some recent prize winners. So we have Orla Kelly, who a few years ago won the inaugural Beef Shorthorn Society Award. And then on the right, we have Josh Thompson, who won the Royal Association of British Dairy Farmers Dairy Student Award quite recently. So our students are doing well. Without reading all of the text on this slide, I just wanted to give you an overview really of some of the content of the material in different stages of the program. So this is stage 1, so year 1 of the degree. These are the different modules that you would be taking. And I'll start off with the animal science close to the middle there. This is a double module, really important module in stage 1, where you will study key elements like animal biology, animal nutrition, animal health, and animal husbandry. And this is assessed by exam and also by coursework. And again, we have applied crop science as well, really important introduction to things like plant biology, soil science, plant species and soil identification skills, and crop husbandry. So we have these core scientific modules. We'll also have introduction to business and research methods. As I mentioned before, you'll start with farm business information, so farm accounts, recording systems and data analysis, preparation of enterprise accounts, profit and loss accounts and balance sheets for farm businesses, and some of the basic principles of economics here. And then some of the basics as well in terms of scientific information retrieval and referencing and statistical analysis, which will become really important in later parts of the degree. And then as well, as you might expect, you have programs and things like, or modules and things like mechanization and farm buildings and in enterprise technology. And this is where you'll get some hands-on experience with managing some of the enterprises out in Caffrey. So again, you can read the detail on this slide in your own time, but it's just to give you an overview of the type of material that you would be studying in stage 1. As we move to stage 2, then again, you build on the animal and crop science into livestock and crop production systems. So again, with livestock here in the middle, you'll have a large double module in production and management, including things like breed and genetic improvement, feed efficiency, growth and carcass and product composition, factors affecting product quality. It was a really interesting module, a lot of material within this module. And again, crop production systems. So this is about managing crop yield and quality, including integrated crop management of selected crops and organic systems, the production, management and utilization of grasses and legumes. So again, you can read the detail, but we're building on the science in stage 1 into production in stage 2. And again, with the business, we're building on the business module in stage 1 with agri-food business marketing and management in stage 2, where we start to look at things like supply chain management, marketing, alternative land use and diversification. Again, another really interesting module. And then for students on the 3-year program, they will then normally do a period of work placement at the end of stage 2. And this is as part of a work placement module. So it's a managed process by the university. So the student will normally start in springtime and work for 4 to 5 months over the summer period. And as I say, this is a managed process, and it's also assessed within the degree programme. Students on the 4-year programme will take instead an extra module called Sustainable Agriculture, and then they will go out in summertime, normally for a 1-year period of work placement. And the students then come to Queen's, as I say, in stage 3, and we will include a lot of material here on more global issues affecting agriculture. So, for example, in the module Global Issues in Agriculture, we'll talk about things like population growth and food security, climate change, and other larger factors likely to affect agriculture, like, for example, competition from aquaculture. We'll also discuss the very latest advances in crop and animal science and technology within this module. And there's a project module, as I referred to before, where you'll get to work with experimental data and to write scientific reports. We have an environmental module, policies for environmental sustainability, and we also have a module on farm animal health and welfare. And as I mentioned before, business innovation and entrepreneurship. A little bit about the work placement. So as I said, on the 3-year program, students tend to do a 4 or 5 month placement. And in the 4-year program, they will often do a 1-year placement. Some of the places where the students have worked, for example, in the 16-week placement, they're highlighted here. So you can see places like National Trust and Dumbia and Moy Park have previously hosted our placement students. With the 1-year placements, often students will take this opportunity to go and travel. So that's what the NZs are there, is New Zealand. But really, as long as the placement is appropriate, the students can travel wherever suits. There isn't a necessity to do a full 1-year placement in one place. Sometimes students will go abroad for 6 months and then do another placement for 6 months closer to home. For those students that might have an interest in going on to do a PhD after their degree, some of them will have done a placement at the Agri-Food and Biosciences Institute, and it gives them a good understanding of whether an academic or a research career is what they really want to do. So just finishing off, in terms of career opportunities, we often get asked, where do our graduates end up working? And there's a wide variety of places. I mean, many of them obviously end up working in the agri-food sector, but with different roles. So some of them in marketing and sales, others in production, technical advice, research, development and management. And as I say, our graduates are working in a wide variety of companies. They may also take up advisory and consultancy roles within government departments and agencies. And an increasing number of our students are actually going on to do postgraduate study, either master's or PhD level study, and also taking on scientific research roles in industry, university, and government. I'm just trying to put some statistics together in terms of our graduate prospects. I've tried to collate information from surveys that are taken from our graduates 6 months after graduation. I've averaged these surveys from the people who graduated in the 12-13 academic year right through to the 16-17 academic year. And on average, over 60% of our students were in graduate employment within 6 months of graduating. Over 20% are in postgraduate study, 15% in non-graduate employment, 3% unemployed, and 0.6% in other. So our graduate prospects from this program have always been very good. So just to finish up, to say thank you very much for listening. I hope that was helpful.